Today is day 171 of the podcast, and I want to look at what happens when we find that we just can't believe something. We were looking at how faith operates, that it's the pregnancy of the word in our heart, and that we conceive, we believe, that would be the pregnancy, and then we receive it. But there are times when we just can't believe. And what's at work then? And I think we find it in John chapter 8. And join with me as we look at starting at verse 31. Jesus therefore was saying to those Jews who had believed him. So the audience is believers. If you abide in my word, then you're truly disciples of mine, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. They answered him, we're Abraham's offspring and have never yet been enslaved to anyone. How is it that you say you shall become free? And Jesus answered them, truly, truly, I say to you, everyone who commits sin is the slave of sin. The slave of sin does not remain in the house forever, but the son does remain forever. Now, verse 36, 37, and 38, these are critical. If therefore the Son shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Verse 37, I know you're Abraham's offspring, yet you seek to kill me, because my word finds no place in you. And if you look at the little cross references there, you might find this in your margin as well. The little phrase that says, my word has no place in you, that little phrase means it makes no progress. I'm speaking the things I've seen with my Father. Therefore, you do the things you heard from your father. Now, pause here a second. In James chapter 1, verses 22 and 23, the focus there is on being not just hearers of the word, but doers of the word. It says, but prove yourselves doers of the word and not merely hearers who delude themselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he's like a man who looks at his natural face in the mirror. Once he's looked at himself and gone away, he's forgotten what kind of person he was. If we're a hearer but not a doer, we can forget. But if we are a hearer and then a doer of what we've heard, we keep it. So this part is, I'm speaking my word to you, it makes no progress. I'm saying the things I heard from my Father. You are doing the things you heard from your father. It reads on. They answered and said to him, Abraham's our father. And Jesus said to them, if you're Abraham's children, do the deeds of Abraham. But as it is, you're seeking to kill me, a man who told you the truth, which I heard from God. This Abraham did not do. I want you to skip ahead to verse 42, if God were your father, you would love me, for I proceeded forth and have come from God, for I've not even come on my own initiative, but he sent me. Why do you not understand what I'm saying? It's because you cannot hear my word. You are of your father, the devil. You want to do the desires of your father. He was a murderer from the beginning, does not stand in the truth because there is no truth in him. Whenever he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own nature, for he is a liar and the father of lies. I just want to say this, give this picture now. What happens if the father of lies gets to our heart first? If he is a liar and the father of lies, he has to find a place to conceive his lies. Once his lies are conceived, they can be believed and they can be received as well. And if we have become deceived, which is what happens when you conceive a lie, if we have become deceived and we act on it, we become doers of that, we keep a lie. Now that has to be interrupted. And 1 John 1:9 is critical for that. If we confess our sins, he's faithful and just to forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Your question today, where is the Lord calling you to be a doer of the word? Where is he calling you to activate your faith?